Hello and welcome to another session on the farmer education here with me on Farm with Samuel. My name is Samuel. Kindly join us. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Farm with Samuel. Follow for more. If you sit down like this, we are bringing you nothing but the best about agriculture and other information pertaining agriculture for farming to progress in the country. Around last year, I made a video which I talked about the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research commercializing GMO crops for cultivation. Now, fast forward this year, the National Biosafety Authority has approved its first GMO cowpea crop. Now, last year, when I was talking about it, I mentioned about 14 varieties of GMO crops that has been commercialized. But the National Biosafety Authority and the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research came out and said that the varieties that were granted permission in the country or for it to be commercialized was just for grains, food and then processing purpose, not for planting. This year they have approved the first GMO crop, which is cowpea, for cultivation. Now the name of the cowpea is pod borer resistant variety. When I was talking about it, like I mentioned that the name that was given to the cowpea is Songotra tea. Now this was developed at the Savannah Agricultural Research Institute in the northern region, which is under the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, which demonstrations has gone on, several tests for months have gone on before this has been approved by the National Biosafety Authority. Now, one food scientist at the Savannah Agricultural Research, Dr. Flora Christine Amaglo, assured that the cowpea is nutritious as the conventional one that has been cultivated over the years. As I've mentioned, that the cowpea is just like the pod borer resistant, or the PBR is just like or just nutritious as the conventional one that our farmers has been cultivated. It has its proteins, vitamins and the minerals intact. That's been assured by the food scientists at the Savannah Agricultural Research Institute. Many farmers around those areas too are hailing this pod borer variety that has been commercial or that has been approved by the NBA, that they have seen major improvement with regards to the PBR that they've planted with the conventional one they also cultivate. So they have seen major improvement in that one. That means the PBR is yielding more than the conventional one they are cultivating. Demonstrations were carried out there to test how this PBR or the pod borer resistant cowpea is going to be like once it's been commercial. So they have to do all those things before it can be approved or it can come out for farmers to cultivate. Now one thing I will also say is that farmers saying that they cultivate glyphosate maize, which means this maize that when they cultivate, even if you apply glyphosate within it, it doesn't kill the maize. It means, you see, when I made that video, I mentioned that some of the traits that these GMO crops has or it portrays is being resistant to glyphosate. We all know that glyphosate is used to kill weeds. Even if you have a crop within the weed and you apply glyphosate on it, it will die. The crop will die. But now farmers are cultivating maize crops that can resist glyphosate application or glyphosate herbicide. This has to be looked at. This once you are saying there are some GMO crops that should be used for food and then processing. These same farmers, if they see that this is what the maize can do or this is what the crop can do, they will go and cultivate it. A farmer will not waste time or will not waste money to buy more chemicals to go and control weeds in his farm or on his farm. But if he knows that once we apply glyphosate for a long time, there will not be any weeds, and then the crop can withstand or the crop can resist glyphosate, why not? He will go in for it and plant it. The farmer may not use the maize or might use it, but in the end user or the final consumer will stand at the risk of this glyphosate residue that's going to be in the maize. So we have to look at those ones too. As of now, farmers are cultivating it, so we have to look at that. But coming back to the pod borer variety, some breeders and farmers are saying that, as I said, it has higher yield than the conventional one that they've been cultivating. And the pod borer variety too, you use less pesticide on it. The pod borer variety is a very resilient crop which requires less pesticide application. The pod borer itself is one of the pests that's really damaging cowpea very much. And when you cultivate it, they are very stubborn, and controlling them is a bit difficult. So this led to the variety that has been brought up. It means that when you cultivate it, you are going to apply less pesticide to control pod borer or any other pest on the cowpea variety. So this has been rolled out. Once it has been implemented or it has been cultivated, demonstrated to farmers at the northern region, definitely it will come down to other parts of the regions in the country for farmers that are into cowpea cultivation to also cultivate them, and the testimonies or the results will come out for farmers. If really this is going to help farmers, we can all go in for it. But those traders said about GMO crops is very true. You see, most of them are resistant to some pests and diseases and glyphosate as well. So if GMO crop is resistant to glyphosate, what is the end result? So as we want to help farmers, we want to bring out improved varieties for farmers to cultivate to ensure increased productivity, ensuring food security in the country. Let us also take note of these things that these traits that the crops possess that's going to be harmful or that's going to harm the health of human beings and animals. Carefully look at them to protect the life of humans and animals as well. So let's see if it comes down, farmers will rush into it. And I know definitely from the Savannah Agricultural Research Institute, it will come down to Crop Research Institute here in Kumasi for farmers to go in for it. But one thing about some particular varieties of crop is that when it is developed in a particular location, when it is sent to another location, it doesn't do well. So now that this cowpea variety is surviving in the savannah or the northern region, let's be hopeful that when it comes down to other regions, it will be able to survive its weather conditions around those areas for us to ensure that this is really working and then to better ensure food security. So this is the cowpea that has been approved by the National Biosafety Authority, the pod borer resistant cowpea, also called the Songotra tea. My name is Samuel. Kindly follow me for more tips, gist and information, educations about agriculture. Just join me. Let us plant today and harvest more. This is Farm with Samuel.